Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Energetics Podcast. I am your host, Kara Bunde-Dunn, and today we are going to be talking about something every single one of us needs to handle this time of year. The holidays bring out joy and peace and love and togetherness, but they also bring up things like old patterns, family triggers, making your nervous system feel like it's going into overdrive, and energy that feels like it isn't ours. Like, where the heck did I get that from? I was doing just fine a minute ago. What happened? So, inside my energetics mentorship community, we are doing a workshop called Ready Your Holiday Energy for this month. And I thought, you know what? I'll give you a little sneak peek into that workshop and give you a little overview of some tips that you can incorporate and that things I use every single day this time of year. So, I'm going to walk you through that. Hopefully, it applies to you. Hopefully, you can feel like you have some tools that you didn't have before as you ready your holiday energy. So, the first thing I want to talk about is how to prepare your energy. So, we are not going willy nilly into the holidays this year, my friends. We instead are going to be prepared. Just like a good coach, we're going to prepare ourselves. We're going to be ready. We're going to know what's going to trigger us. We're going to know which rooms are going to be challenging for us, which company parties are going to put us into a frenzy, and we are going to prepare ourselves. So, we're going to regulate our nervous system. We're going to make sure that we're ready to go, and we're going to walk in with a game plan. So, if you know a specific space is going to trigger you, then let's make sure that before we come in, we are as regulated as we possibly can. That means say a prayer, breathe through things that feel heavy, center yourself, ask your angels and guides, hey, be with me today. This particular thing is going to be a challenge and I need your help. So I am like asking all my team and spirit to show up and help me and anchor into this intention of being centered, being grounded, and not being reactive. So you have to be like, there is freaking nothing a coworker, a brother, a sister, a cousin, an uncle is going to say to me that is going to spiral me. Not today. Angels on my side. Let's go. So the first thing that you really need to do is just prepare yourself. Don't go in without a game plan. So I'm going to breathe. I'm going to do a few little things to make sure I'm centered and ready. And I'm going to recognize, hey, Uncle Steve might very well trigger me, but not today. Today, I'm going to let him be him and I'm going to let me be me. Because the reality is, you don't get to change anyone. There is no amount of politics around the, turkey or around the Christmas ham that's gonna change somebody's point of view. There is nothing, no article you're gonna mention, no news feed, no way of thinking or believing that's going to get somebody else to be like, oh yeah, totally. Now, I'm not saying people can't change. I'm just saying maybe the holiday dinner table isn't the place to try to change somebody's point of view. Maybe we just keep it around the topics that feel safe, that aren't going to be triggering. And maybe you have a family that's not triggering at all, but maybe you have coworkers or neighbors that are triggering. Whatever it is, this time of energy, this time of year tends to heighten our sensitivities to energy and tends to give us spiraling because we have so much going on. So just be thoughtful about it and say, okay, you know what? I am going to make sure that I go into this situation as centered as possible. And I will also say this. Maybe the family dinner table is not the time to slosh down 2 bottles of wine. Maybe just have a glass, call it a day. When you get home, have a little cocktail or a little something, something, whatever you're into. But try to keep your brain as clear as it can be because when you are on substances of any kind, you're more likely to lose control and get to a triggering reactive state. So just keep that in mind. It's my little advice to you. The other thing I want you to do is recognize that you can always bring yourself back to yourself. You can always stop the chaos, stop the drama, and come back to center. Even if you got yourself freaking spiraling down a spiral hole, it's okay. It's okay. You can just come right back out of it. So if you catch yourself in old patterns, you catch yourself in the drama, you catch yourself spiraling because freaking Uncle Steve said something racist and you're about ready to lose it, allow yourself to step away, allow yourself to come back into your power and recognize that this pattern is emerging And you're going to say, not today. So I want you to ask yourself what usually disrupts your peace? What usually causes your shoulders to tense up? What usually causes you to overextend or overgive so much so that you wish you hadn't done it? Just start being aware of the things where you're giving away your energy or giving away your power and recognize you always can come back to yourself. Always, always, always. You can just be like, you know what? I'm coming back to center. I'm okay. I got this. And you can always have boundaries. You can say, you know what? I don't want to talk about that. Or I hear what you're saying, but I'd rather not discuss this today. Right? Those are things that you can say. I'd rather not talk about it. Can we move on to something different or just change the subject altogether? Or my favorite is I get up and go to the bathroom. I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. Boop, bye, remove. And then when I come back, I'm in a different energy because I've decided that I have reached my limit on the level of drama that I'm willing to consume or take. And so I realize that I'm going to just go remove myself from the situation. I'm going to honor my boundary. I'm going to hold truth for myself and be like, okay, that's as much. I went now from listening to enabling, and it's time to switch out of that because I have to own that for myself. Only I can own my stuff. It makes me think about Mel Gibson or Mel Robbins' books. Mel Gibson, not Mel Gibson, Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins' book, Let Them. And it's a two-part theory, right? It's let people be who they are. They have to decide that they want to change. They have to decide that they want to listen. They have to decide that they want to open their heart in a different way. And then let me stand in my power. Let me take care of myself. Let me decide what I do with that reaction or that stimulus, and I get to decide what my response is. Is it a boundary? Is it removing myself? Is it a pleasantry that says, I hear you. I heard what you said. Yeah, I heard you. Um, Another thing that you can do, if your heart can handle it, is to repeat back to somebody what they said. This is quite powerful, and it kind of leads into the next lesson in this little segment. But you can say, what I heard you say was this. And they might say, yeah, that's what I said. Or they might say, that's not what I said. And then you'll say, okay. So if somebody is like, I think all blah, 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 blahs should go home. And you're like, what I heard you say is, I think all blah, blah, blahs should go home. Is that what you said? Make sure I heard you correctly. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes people won't double down on their drama. They'll be like, oh, whoa, you're saying back to me or mirroring back to me something that I said. But if you're saying it in a deceitful way or in a mean way or in a aha, I got you way, they will pick up on your energy and you are just as guilty as them, for the record. Trust me, I've been there. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is like when we get into that judginess and we're like, "Ooh, you're full of drama. Ooh, you are too much. Ooh, I knew you were drinking a lot. Ooh, I knew you were going to spout something bad. I felt it." You are projecting judgments within you. So let's soften a little bit. Let's get curious. Maybe they believe that for a reason that they've never told you. If your heart can handle it. Again, boundaries first. But if someone is triggering you, instead of like cringing up and tightening up and getting mad, can you shift your energy into curiosity? What is happening inside of me? What is happening inside of them? What pain are they carrying? What pain am I carrying? Am I projecting my pain on them? Are they projecting their pain on me? Where is this coming from? Where is this intense energy coming from? And can you have compassion for yourself and the person without absorbing their toxic energy, without allowing it to lessen your light? Because that's how you know you still have work to do. If your light is dimmed by somebody else's darkness, then, okay, now I know what I need to do. I need to learn how to shine my light regardless. I need to learn how to hold space for my light regardless. So just soften a bit and get a little curious with yourself. Okay. The next thing I want you to think about is somebody spewing some drama, some trauma, some whatever. I want you to imagine and visualize that you have a shield of light around you. Like I am in a bubble of light. I'm in a shield of light, this thin little glowy, dewy light, but it's strong and it's powerful. And it's like you can, like bumper cars, you can like boop, 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 off anyone and you're not going to get harmed. You're in this like protective bubble. Like those games you can play where you bang up against each other. I think it's like soccer and you go in those big, clear balls of like a bouncy ball and you can go inside of it like a life-size one and you're like boop 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 like that. So think of it kind of like that like it's a bubble of protection. But I also like to think of it like it has a thin layer of coating on it, like Teflon, right? So it's like ting 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 ting. It can just tip ting right off of it and ping right back to the person. And I literally do this when somebody is spewing stuff. I just visually imagine that it's hitting my bubble. It's like Teflon and it's reflecting back to them. My bubble is your mirror. My bubble is your mirror. I do not need to use my words to mirror back to you what you're saying or doing. I will let the energy do that all on its own. So think about that. Like nothing sticks to me. It all reflects back to you. You can have your own energy right back. Here you go. Silver platter right back at you. Teflon platter, should we say. So think about this. I use this little tool a lot, genuinely. So see if it helps you, genuinely. Okay, then the next thing that I do is I clear my energy. I do it during the day. I do it when I leave. I do it before I go. And you can do it a lot of ways, but I use this ritual of like, I call back my energy to me. I call back all energy I've given out to others. I call it back to me. I release all energy that is not mine. I release it out of my energetic field from all time, space, and dimension. I release it from me. So I release what isn't mine. I call back mine that I've given away to help others or given my energy or power away. I bring it back into center. But you can even just do this, like take a deep breath. And then imagine you can just like lift the lid of your head and just let all of that toxic energy float right out of you. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Get out of here. So you can just literally imagine your head opens up and I'm just letting it all go. Empty it out, empty it out, empty it, empty it, empty it, empty it. And then imagine light replacing it. The love and light of God, angels, your spirit team. Just imagine it coming right back into you so that you can rebuild your inner peace. You can rebuild the light within you. You can allow yourself to be back into center. Another thing you can do is swipe your arms. Just be like, whoop, whoop. I just go from my shoulder to my hand and I swipe the energy away. I just imagine that I'm letting it go. Like, get out of me. Sweep it off. You can also just do temple tapping. So you could just be like, oh, I release this energy that is not mine. I usually do it with 2 fingers if you're watching the video of this. I let go of all this energy. I let go of anything that is not mine. Please get out of my energetic field. I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. And I just kind of recite something for about 60 seconds. Sometimes I do it when I'm in the bathroom. Take a little pee, boom, 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 temple tap, boom, reset. So these are little things that you can do that help bring you back to a grounded, centered place. Go outside just for like 60 seconds. If you can, put your feet in the grass, snow, whatever you got going on by you, but just like clear your energy in whatever way lets you go, oh, shoot, that moment got the best of me. And I don't want that to be my story. So I'm going to let this go. I'm going to reset and I'm going to head back in. Here we go. Or you know what? You can leave. If something is a really toxic environment, you can just be like, I think that's enough. I think I'm just going to go now. I think we're just going to let this one go. So I want you just to recognize you can always do that. And just remember to always come back to love for yourself, to personify love, to be the peace and love within you, to recognize that this is the most authentic part of you, the loving part of you, not the judging or triggered part of you. That's the human side of you that's learning how to be a human. Your heart and is your soul. That's where your love resides. That's where your realness is. That's where your truth is. That's where you soften into. And remember, you always get to return to love. And one of the ways I help myself do that is I use the Ho'oponopono prayer. And I love this prayer. It's so simple. It's 4 lines. And I will say it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, sometimes before bed, sometimes when I wake up, especially when I'm having a hard time. And the lines are, I'm going to feel this one. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I imagine myself first. I'm sorry, Kara. Please forgive me, Kara. Thank you, Kara, for all that you're doing to show up for me. I love you, Kara. And then I think about someone else that I may be having a hard time with. I'm sorry, person. Please forgive me, person. Thank you, person, for all that you're doing to show up in the world. I love you, person. And it helps us remember that Every single person walking this earth is trying to personify love and gets caught in the sticky 3D moments of life. Just like we are, they are too. So they're on their own journey, just like you're on your own journey. So I just ask you to um, give yourself some grace, stay grounded, stay in peace, stay connected to your truth, stay connected to your power, and practice some of these small, simple things that can help you shift your energy or get into a better vibrational energy state when you need to, especially this time of year. And if you would love the worksheets, the workshop, all the things, I have a free talk to your guides on demand workshop on my website. And within that, when you register for it, there's also an option for you to come into my community at a discounted rate. There's a time sensitive trigger that pops, and you can come on in and say, like, you know what, I'm going to try this out. I would love the meditation that goes with this. I would love the actual deep dive into these lessons. I would love the workbook that goes with this idea of readying your holiday energy. If you're into any of that, like, come into the community and watch the replay, listen to the meditation, grab the workbook, do some prep work so that you can get yourself ready. I am always welcoming new people into my community. So I just am going to send you love. I'm going to send you peace, and I'm going to send you all of the preparation possible for you to ready your holiday energy. Until next time, friends, love ya.